In thinking about my entrepreneurial journey, when I look at the patterns of my life, my process of growth, I've realized that much like the seasons of nature, business also has four seasons. Business is cyclical. And as business owners, we all go through seasons in stages. Sometimes you're busy, sometimes you're slow. Some seasons you have energy, some seasons you don't. We may experience a specific season longer than others. But what we do understand and what we do see by the pattern is that everything will eventually shift. It will start over, new pains and new gains. And the insight here is that the people who thrive take advantage of every opportunity to grow by understanding that the season they're in. In life and business has cycles, and so we have to understand that. And by understanding the season, we will stay confident even when we're not seeing the fruit. We understand that before the harvest must come tending, and before tending must come planting. We no longer compare ourselves to someone who is reaping a harvest because we ourselves know that we are in a season of tending. Whether we feel creative or inspired, stagnant or stuck, we are promised all four seasons. Consider the natural progression of things. When we think of farming, spring is when you sow the seeds and plants begin to grow. Summer is a time of tending as the healthy crop takes off and everything is pointing to bloom. Autumn is marked by abundance when you harvest and store up your crops. And finally, winter is a slow and quiet season where you actually live off the harvest you worked so hard to cultivate until spring comes again. And today on the podcast, we're going to unpack the four seasons of growth. There is a season of planting, a season of tending, a season of harvest, and a season of rest. My name is Sasha, and this is Entrepreneur Insight. To build a successful business, you have to learn to run your business according to the season you're in. If you treat all seasons equally, like most businesses do, you'll be unprepared when each season arrives. And I think what happens is because we treat all seasons the same, we never tether our expectations. We hold our company accountable to the same results, month over month over month, or employee output, or the energy that we expect in our hallways. And this is so important to understand because what conventional business wisdom tells us is to push our people even harder in the fourth quarter because our results or our jobs are at stake. And I understand that. Because I'm the owner of a company, I actually have the privilege and the opportunity to do the opposite. And that's what we do at Harvest. As the leader, I actually take my foot off the gas when I hit winter. Because I understand that we just finished a season of reaping all of the hard work, the planting, the tending, and the harvesting throughout the year. Winter for me is a time where my team gets to enjoy the benefits of that work. It's when we bonus, it's when we acknowledge, it's when we promote. Now, we don't stop building the business or growing the business, but if we have a slower month in November, I don't panic. And I ensure that my team doesn't either. Don't beat yourself up. Don't worry, because we're planning. Here's the vision. Here's what we're going to do. Here's where we're going. These are the seeds we are going to plant. Get ready because you're going to need the energy. Now, each of the four seasons of business has its benefits and drawbacks. I want to walk you through these so that you can learn how to develop a strategy for each one, so you can prepare for the challenges and take advantage of the opportunities. Now, obviously, our business seasons are not always going to align with the natural seasons per se. And every business will be in a different season from another. With that, let's jump in and start with the first season of growth, the season of planting. This is our spring. Now, the season of planting is when we innately have the highest energy as leaders. Our creative juices are flowing. During this season, our vision is heightened and clear. Ideas are plenty and possibilities seem endless. This is the season of peak energy, where we birth projects that align with our purpose. There's a tremendous focus, movement, and activity. This is a season of movement. You're putting plans together and the pieces in place. It's a really busy season, lots of heavy lifting. You're taking risks. You're igniting your dreams. You're investing financially. Lots of knowledge work, planning, delegation, and coordination. Projects are being initiated, and we are choosing in this season of planting what boulders we are going to move uphill. And when we're in the season of planting, these are the things that we need to be mindful of. We have to make sure that we are planting the right seeds. Again, this is a season of energy, so you have to direct your vitality towards the right projects, the things that are actually going to move the needle. And this is key to a successful annual year. By knowing your why, you can say no to everything else. Have a clear plan and vision. Your energy is precious, and like a battery, it winds downward. Where you optimize your energy in this season, where you optimize your creativity in this season, will determine your harvest. This is the time to sprint. Lead strongly. Work hard. This is the time to create, to ignite something, to initiate the project that will move your laboratory forward. Number 2, the second season of growth is tending. This is our summer. The seeds we are planting are being watered, nurtured, and cared for. In this season, the energy from the vision turns into momentum by setting mindset, habits, and discipline. This is about execution on all levels. And during this season, we are definitely feeling the heat. We're feeling the friction, the resistance, the perseverance, the patience. This is actually the season that I'm in right now. This is what they call the dip. You have to work through it and fight for your dream. In this season of tending, what do we need to be mindful of? It's hot, it's sticky, and the temptation is to get complacent and complain. You'll have doubts. Can I really pull this off? These are some of the questions that are going to be going through your mind. Can I do this? Am I good enough? But deep down, you know the answer. And that answer is yes. Keep watering. Keep tending. Keep nurturing the seeds you've planted. You've got this. The harvest is coming, and it's right around the corner. Season number 3, reaping the harvest. Our favorite part. This is our fall. And this is the season of fulfillment. When we reap the rewards of hard work, commitment, and dedication, this is the season where the investments are paying off. The seeds that we planted are finally producing fruit. The wins are fortifying culture, confidence, and excitement for the future. The team is like inspired. They're looking behind them in the rearview mirror and saying, what's next? Let's do this. This is a season where your gratitude and generosity must be expressed to your people and yourself. This is harvest time. What are we looking for, right? What are we mindful of here during this season of reaping? It's essential to stop and smell the roses. Look for the opportunities to bonus your team in the seasons coming. Start preparing for that. Saving, right? Saving money. This is where you put money aside for planting new seeds in the upcoming fall. Invest in scaling for future growth. This could be new talent, equipment, or software. You've worked so hard, you've fought so well. Enjoy the wins. It's time to plan your vacation and rest because winter is coming. And the fourth season of growth, and yes, I call it growth, is our rest. This is our winter. This is your season to rejuvenate, recharge, and refresh. We have to remember that life is a marathon, not a sprint. You're going to notice business slow down a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. The pipeline may look a little thin. Don't beat your teams up over it. Use this opportunity to create the white space, to plan and to pitch your vision, to get people in line and in a current going forward. Things could get cold, frosty, and the heat of inspiration could fade. Again, don't panic. The reason for this is the season. It's meant to slow us down for reflection and restoration. So what are we looking for here in this season of rest with regards to awareness? During this time, especially entrepreneurs, we feel anxious, impatient, and big-time FOMO. You feel like you are watching your peers in a more fruitful season pass you by. They are reaping the rewards while you're stuck. But this isn't a season of energy for you. This is a season of mindfulness, of meditation. You cannot speed up winter. So don't. Focus on rejuvenation. Take your team on a retreat. The season of spring is coming, and you'll need the energy to plant. You'll need the energy to drive projects. You'll need the energy to push those boulders and to dig up that dirt. Spring is right around the corner, and it's an exciting time for growth. And then after it's all said and done, after all 4 of these seasons come and go, we do it all over again. We cannot stop the winter or the summer from coming or making spring and fall other than they are. These are the gifts of life that we cannot refuse. We can only choose what will contribute to life when each arrives. And so I ask you, what season are you in? Remember that whatever season you are in, there are no winners and losers. Each season gives us something that we can use to our advantage, if you're prepared and ready for it. A time of planting, a time of tending, a time for harvest, and a time for rest. Whatever it is that you're in, my prayer is that it will be a good one. Stay well.